Hello my dear students, in this video we will continue with the searching an element. Searching an element is nothing but finding the location of an element. There are several methods of searching an element, but in this particular chapter we are going to study two methods. The first one is linear search method and the one more is binary search method. So let us continue with the first one, linear search method. Linear search name itself suggests that we are going to search for the element in a sequential order from top to bottom. Here you can see in the diagram 1 is not equal to 3 because the search element is taken as 3, because in A of 0 we have got 1 cannot be equal to 3 and hence it is going to move to the next location, that is next element. A of 1 consisting of 2 is not equal to the search element 3, and next it moves on to the next element A of 2 consisting of 3. Here 3 is equal to 3, hence the search is successful and the location of this element 3 is present at the location 2. Okay, so let us see the algorithm. Here we will continue as step 1, location is equal to -1, because location is equal to -1 represent it is a null pointer. Step 2, for loop p is equal to 0 to n minus 1. Here p is the index number, so that indicates the position of each element in an array. Here p is equal to 0 to n minus 1. Next, if a of p, that is for the first time it is 0, a of 0 consisting of 1 is equal to ELE. ELE is what? The search element, which is 3. Here 1 is not equal to 3, hence the condition fails. Then location is equal to p and go to step 3 will not get executed because condition is false. Again it reaches to end of for and then increment the value of p by 1. Now p is equal to 1. If a of 1, that is a of p is what? A of 1 is consisting of what? 2 cannot be equal to element 3, hence this time also the condition fails. Both of these two statements will not get executed. Again iteration takes place, the value of p will get incremented by 1. Now the p is equal to 2. Now here we will write if a of p is what? 2, a of 2 consisting of what? 3, correct? So 3 and equal to element is what? 3. So 3 is equal to 3, hence the condition is true. Once it is true, then the position, that is the position 2 is initialized to location. Go to step 3. So that is we are going to break out of this looping statement and we'll move on to the step 3. If location is greater than or equal to 0, so location consisting of what? The value of p is what? 2. So here 2 is greater than or equal to 0, condition is true, so it is going to print the location. So that is 2 is displayed in this particular example. Now let us take if the search element which is not at all present. If I take here 6, so it is not present in the given list of data items. At that situation the else part will get executed and it is going to print search is unsuccessful, and then we'll go for exit. Now let us take a programming example so that we can understand how the linear search works. For that I will take you to my laptop screen. Here we will write a single line comment, write a program to find the location of an element. Now let us continue with hash include iostream.h hash include conio.h. then we'll write here void main curly open brace, and here we are going to declare variables and we'll take array of size, for example 20. Next we'll write I is required, position one variable is required, and element that is to be whose location is to be determined is to be taken. Next n is the number of elements. Next here we will write cout enter the number of elements. Here we are going to write seen, and here we should write n, that is n number of elements. Next we are going to write cout, enter the elements. Next, looping structure. Here for I is equal to 0, then I is less than n, and then I plus plus. Next, here we'll take seen, and then here we are going to use e of I, and then cout. Once all the elements are entered, we need to search one particular element. So enter the search element. Yes. Next, here we'll write seen, and then we'll use ele variable. Next, we'll write position is equal to -1. So here LOC is equal to -1 in the theory we have studied. So that represent position is equal to -1. So -1 is null pointer. Let us write for loop, and here we'll write I is equal to 0, I is less than n, and then I plus plus. Next we'll check the condition if element is equal to a of I or not. If it is matches, then it has to return the position. So POS is equal to I, and then it has to come out of this looping structure for. So that's the reason we are using break statement here. So curly closing brace, and next we are going to check condition if position is greater than or equal to 0. What is the meaning of this one? The position value could be greater than or equal to 0 means the element whose position is to be searched may be at the 0th position, or it could be greater than or equal to 0th position. So next, cout. If it is negative, then obviously search is like element is not present. Okay, so let us write ele, that is element, is present at position. So here we are going to write at which position. So here position is stored in POS, and then here we'll write endl, and otherwise that is else part. Here we are going to write cout ele element is not present. Then we'll write get ch curly closing brace. Now let us compile this program. So click on compile, error, so undefined symbol. So instead of 0 here I have typed O. Let us write 0. Okay, next again go to compile, click on compile, success. Next we'll go to run, and here you can see enter the number of elements. Here I'm going to enter, for example, 3. I'll enter numbers such as 2, 4 and 6. So I want to find the position of number 6. So it should be 0, 1, 2. It should be in a second position because 2 is present at 0 and 4 is present at position 1 and 6 is present at position 2. So let us write 6 here, and 6 is present at position 2. Now we will continue with the binary search. Binary search works very well only when all the elements in an array is arranged in a proper order, either in a ascending or in a descending order. So let us continue with the rules of writing the binary search algorithm. So let B and E denote the beginning and end of locations of the array. The middle element A of M can be obtained by first finding the middle location M by M is equal to beginning plus ending divided by 2. So beginning is always 0, ending is n minus 1. If there are 5 elements, then it is 5 minus 1, 4. 4 divided by 2. Okay. So what are the criteria that we need to follow? So let us continue with the first criteria is if A of m, that is array of mid, is equal to element, then search is successful. Otherwise new segment is found as follows. So let us go for the second condition, that is second criteria. If element is less than array of mid, then search is continued at the left half of the segment. So that is onto the left half of the segment, and reset ending is equal to m minus 1, because we will move from mid to left side. So hence it is acting as a end minus, that is m minus 1, that is mid minus 1. Now let us take the third criteria. If element is greater than a of mid, then search is continued on the right half of the segment by resetting b is equal to m plus 1. So that is middle point is acting as a beginning, and we are moving on to the right hand side by adding 1. M is the midpoint, m plus 1. Okay, so next, the fourth condition here is if element is not found, then we get a condition beginning is greater than ending. This results in unsuccessful search. So let us take example here. You can see I have taken 1 2 3 4 5 elements, and whose index starts from 0 1 2 3 4. Beginning is 0, ending is the last index number. Mid can be determined by adding the lower bound 0, that is beginning, plus, and the upper bound, that is ending, divided by 2 is equal to 2. Search element, let us take it as a 3. If element is equal to, element is what, 3, and double equal to a of mid. A of mid is what, 2. So a of mid is subscript is 2. So here it is matching this condition, hence 3 is found at position 2. That is the first condition. The next condition is beginning is equal to 0, ending is equal to 4, and we have determined mid. So that is, it is pointing to the second location, correct? Search element is equal to, if it is 5 now, then if element is greater than a of mid, so element is what, 5. A of mid consisting of what, 3. So here 5 is greater than 3, hence the condition is true. So beginning is equal to m plus 1, means what, we'll move from 3 to 4, that is onto the right segment. You can see here the pointer will move onto the right hand side. If element is greater than a of mid, so search element is what, 5. So here 3 consisting of what, 4. Element is 5, 5 is greater than a of mid. Now it is 4, so 5 is greater than 4, hence the condition is true. Beginning is equal to mid plus 1. So again it is going to move on to the right hand side. Here you can see it moves to the next position, and now at position 4, 5 is equal to 5, hence 5 is situated at a position 4. Next, in case of the search element is 1, if element is less than a of mid, then it has to move to the left hand side. Okay, e is equal to, that is ending. So this midpoint is acting as an ending, m minus 1. So mid minus 1 means what, we are going to move on to the left hand side, right? So here it is not matching. Earlier, see here you can see 3 is not equal to 1, because the search element is 1 and this location mid consisting of 3. So hence it is false. Now we are going to move to the next location onto the left hand side. Here we are going to check again the location 1 consisting of 2, whether 2 is equal to 1. No, it is not equal to 1. Again we are going to move on to the left hand side, and here you can see the position 0 consisting of 1. So hence 1 is equal to 1. 1 is at position 0. Now we will study the algorithm, how exactly the binary search works. So let us see here in a step 1, set b is equal to lb. So that is beginning is equal to lower bound and ending is equal to upper bound. Here lower bound is always 0 and upper bound is always n minus 1. If there are 5 elements, then it is 5 minus 1, 4 elements. Step 2, while, that is looping structure, beginning is less than or equal to ending. So it has to start from the beginning and it has to continue iterating till its end. Okay. So next, how to find mid. mid m is equal to beginning plus ending whole divided by 2, so that gives me the mid element. If element is equal to array of mid, if it is found, then this mid point will be initialized to location, then immediately this go to step 3. So directly controls comes to step 3. If location is greater than or equal to 0, then it is going to print the location. Otherwise, if this is false, if this condition false, then else part will get executed, correct? So here if element is less than a of mid, that is array of mid, then we have to move on to the left hand side of the array by resetting e is equal to m minus 1. Otherwise we have to move on to the right hand segment, else beginning is equal to mid plus 1. Okay, so here let us move on to step 3, that is if this location is greater than or equal to 0, then it is going to print the location. Otherwise the else part will get executed, that is print search is unsuccessful, and step 4 is exit. Now it's time to go for a programming example to see how the binary search works. For that I will take you to my laptop screen. Here you can see I have already written in a multi-line command, write a program to search for a given element in an array using binary search method. So let us continue with hash include iostream .h, next hash include conio.h, then we'll write void main. Here we'll write int a of 10 for example. Next I n m is required and location is required, and beginning, ending and position is required, and then element to be searched is required. Now let us write cout how many elements. Scene, here we'll take n, then we'll write cout enter the elements. We're going to enter elements using looping structure. For I is equal to 0, then I is less than n, then I plus plus. So here we'll use scene and we'll write here array of I. Okay, then we're going to write cout enter the search element. Yes, next scene we are going to use ele. Next position is equal to -1, then we'll write beginning is equal to 0 because it is lower bound. Okay, that is always starts from 0. Next ending, so that is upper bound, is equal to always it is n minus 1 because the index of the last element is n minus 1. Next we'll continue with while statement, while, and here beginning is less than or equal to ending because beginning is 0, ending is n minus 1. If it is less than or equal to 0, it has to look for from the beginning to till end. Now using binary search, it is going to search and it is going to divide the given sequence of numbers from the midpoint. So let us take midpoint m is equal to, here we are going to divide beginning plus ending divided by 2, so that is whole divided by 2. Next we are going to check the condition here. If element is equal to a of mid, if it is true, then it has to return the position. So position is equal to mid, so mid, that is m consisting of the position of the element, and here we are going to use break statement and curly closing brace. Okay, then we will write else as per the algorithm. You can see else if, and here we are going to write element if it is less than A of mid, then it has to search for the element on the left hand segment. Okay, so here we are going to write E is equal to m minus 1. Then we are going to write else part, beginning is equal to m plus 1. Next, curly closing brace for this while looping structure, and here we are going to write if position is greater than or equal to 0, then Cout, it should display its position. So I'll write here position is equal to, and the position stored in POS variable. Next, else Cout search is unsuccessful. Yes. Next, here we'll write get ch, then curly closing brace. Now let us compile this program. So there is error, so there is syntax error. Here we have to write is 0. Okay, next click on compile, and here you can say it is success, no error. Next we'll go for executing. Here you can see how many elements it is asking. So let us enter 5 and enter the elements. So here all the elements should be in a ascending or in a descending order only. They should be in a proper order only. We should not enter any numbers randomly. So that is one of the disadvantages of using binary search. So let us write sequential numbers such as 10, 20, then 30, then 40, then 50. Then search element. So let us write 40. Here you can see the position of the 40 is 3 because it is starting from 0. 0 at position 0, 10 is there. At position 1, 20 is there. At position 2, 30 is there. At position 3, 40 is there. Correct? So the position of 40 is equal to 3. That's all in this video. Thank you very much for watching this video. We will see you in the next video.